Yeah, I did not.
Got.
Yo, you need to stop that. Oh God, you need to stop
That should be the bell.
Someone did stop first.
Where's the airport?
No, go away from me.
Okay, well,
Yeah, here out.
No.
Take his car.
All right, number one. In this test, y equals mx plus b.
So we're not in the corner.
There's nothing better than
B. So,
Let's see
in
how
these
much
questions,
you
I'm going to give you a couple of starting scenarios.
That's supporting.
First one, if it was just a straight up easy way, m equals 3, b equals -2.
You just fill it in.
Jonah.
Do it.
And this one,
Pick your
it's going to be y equals 3x minus 2.
I've already seen too much of Zohar. Wait,
Number
YX.
two.
What?
Oh, damn!
Deuces.
Parentheses 2 comma -4. So -4 equals 7 times 2 minus plus b. I don't know what b is, so I'm just going to find it.
Why is this so plugged
-4 equals 14
Can you answer my
plus 3 minus 14 minus 14 -18 equals b.
That's crazy.
B,
So what?
you have
I have
m,
you on recording.
you have y equals 7x minus
What?
18.
I have a video.
The video of what?
No, I didn't know. Wait.
Number 3,
Wait.
b equals 2,
Whatever shows the video.
7 comma
Wait, can you scroll back up?
I just put this and you like that.
Wait.
23. So in this case, I have b, not m. So 23 equals, I don't know what m is, so I'm going to leave it as a variable. 7m
Wait, what
plus
would
2
you title this?
minus 2 on both sides. 21 equals 7m divided by 7 on both sides. 3 equals m. So then y equals 3x plus 2.
He's in his element. Mr. Toll, what do you title this? What do you label it?
This is what you label it as, Orton. Y equals mx plus
Why'd you
b.
write -14 for number 2? For number 2.
What's up?
You see what it says -4 equals 14 plus b.
7 times 2 is 14.
Wait, where'd you get 3m from? You just added 14, but what?
I just subtracted 14 on both sides.
Where'd you get 3m? No. Oh, I see. Where'd you get 3m?
3m?
Remove it.
3m?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured out m is 3 by doing all the math here. So then I wrote my final answer like this.
Wait, and for the first one where you give us m and b, all you have to do is just fill it in.
You fill it in and try to solve it from there. Yeah.
Are you gonna tell us like you have to use y?
Yes, it says it uses slope into the form, and I even give you y equals mx plus b.
Wait, is this question from our?
These are how the questions look for the best different numbers like this.
And for number 3, that's 7 comma.
23.
Wait, can you like so where do you plug in? 23 is y, 7 is x.
Yes, so it's y, which is this one.
Okay.
It's mx, right? I don't know what m is in this one, so I labeled it as a variable. But I know what x is, which is 7.
So why can't you do m times 7? Like m and then
You can write m times 7. You can write it like
Why
that.
does it
Usually
say-
we put numbers in front of variables, so I do it like
Why
that.
did you write 7m for 3?
It's technically 7 m times 7, but I just wrote
I just
7m.
put in parentheses.
Yeah,
And on the
absolutely.
test, did you give us like b equals and like m equals?
Yes, it says it right in the instructions for you.
Yeah, but then you would have to distribute though.
Like this is what I give you right here. I'm sorry, I got the.
Yeah,
This
that's
is what I
what you
give
give
you.
us, and then we split it.
Yeah.
If that is where it says 23 equals 7m plus 2,
Yeah.
let's say I put m and the plus 2 in parentheses, you have to distribute the 7 though. And it wouldn't be the
I have to well, no. It's just 7 times m. It's not 7 times m plus 2 as a whole. It's just 7 times m.
No, but 7 fills in for f.
Yeah, so it's 7m times 7, which I just rewrote as 7m.
Oh, I was thinking of it as like separate.
No.
Okay.
That's how you think the village should be?
I can't.
Wait, don't go. Wait 1 second.
I'm gonna keep 3 up, okay?
Okay.
No, you don't touch that.
Number 4. This one's the hardest version of it, but it's not too
Wait, can
bad.
you erase the 3?
So, the next one
Can
is
you move the 3
2
just
comma
so
7
Okay.
and 4 comma, let's say 11.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
So in this case, I give you 2 points. You don't have an M or B.
But you have, wait, so it would
You have
be-
2 points. So the best thing we could do is solve for the slope or solve for M. This equation you will not get on the test, so make sure you write this down.
No, it's your
We
phone.
know it. Y2 minus Y1.
Wait, it will not be?
This will not be
Why
given
did
to
you do
you.
that? Wait, what was the point of that?
X2.
And what is that for?
This finds M. Okay? So if you want to remember something, this is the one thing you need to remember by itself for M. So that's in red. So in that case, I'm going to plug these points in. Remember, this is x of 1,
Wait,
y
this
of
is
1,
actually,
x of 2, y of
isn't this
2.
going to be on our test, x1, y1?
That will not be given to you. You need to know how to find the slope.
No, I'm saying like you know how you give us these points where you just have to write it like.
This question will be on it, and I'm going to use this equation that's in red. So you have to know it to do it.
Wait, I'm confused.
But I'm not going to tell you that you have to do this. You need to know that you have to do it.
That equation will
So
be
they get the
on.
video from last
That
year.
No,
equation
he's not
will
gonna
not
do
be
that.
on the test. But you need to know how to use that equation. So something you need to
What's
know.
the only you add that video?
Okay, yeah,
4
all we do
minus
is
7?
divide it and then we're done, right?
4 minus 2,
I never had the video.
4 over 2,
Liam had
2 equals M. So 2 equals M.
It's not going anywhere. You sure?
So then we have 2 equals M, and we have a couple
I
of
saw the
points.
video.
It does not matter which point you choose. You will get the right answer as long as you plug it
Can
in
I write
correctly.
it?
So
Was
7
that the whole
equals
joke? All last year?
2 times 2 plus B.
Wait,
Remember,
wait. Why?
This is the Y
It
value,
was kind of like
the M value,
we
the
have
X
B.
value.
It was
We
kind
have
of
oh,
fun.
no, never mind.
We don't have B yet. We're trying to get B, but we don't have B yet.
So you fill it in to find M, which is you fill it in for M. Once you get M,
You fill it in to find B.
I literally exactly
but
she
what's
wasn't there and I was like,
7 and 2?
Yeah.
So 7, 2 is a point and point. So I
You
can
pick
use that.
one, you just pick one.
Yeah, pick one.
Hold
So
on,
4 and 11 were bigger numbers, so I picked the smaller number.
you're right. This, like the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, that's on the test. But the rest is
I don't know, you're getting confused.
Can you?
The red thing, I will not physically tell you y2 minus y1 on
You
the
have to
test.
memorize it. No, I know that.
But you need to use it.
Points like that, and then we have to fill it in
Use,
with the
absolutely, yes.
Can you like,
It's so
can you give us
nice.
like a quick like right now like
It's
the
so
steps?
relaxing.
You just find M,
I get my
Fill
quiz,
it
get my
in.
card, put on my Grey's Anatomy.
Hit-
and
no,
now
it's
I
fine,
do my
M.
lunch.
pick a,
If it's a flow
pick a
chart,
point.
it'll be a flow chart. Let's say you need M and B, right? So if you have M, find B. If you have B, find M. If you have neither, find M first.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, it's find M,
Yeah. Then find B.
pick a wait, find M, then you're gonna fill it in. Once you get M, pick a point, and then fill it in with y equals M.
Wait, the find M, find B is not on the test. Like,
I mean, that's what you're doing. I'm just summarizing what you did. All 4 questions do some form of that. The first one, I just give you M and B, so you don't find any.
the fourth one isn't going to be on it.
You're okay. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm literally giving you a question that's going to be like that, which is 2 points. Okay. You're gonna get a question like that.
This is all we're recording, dude. It's crazy.
All right. I'm going to the next section of the test.
You have a test on your phone.
Oh, you're gonna use
Yes,
the
I know.
Give me your phone.
Oh, here you
You're
go.
something with a point?
No, sit down. All right.
Sir.
You see, now he has that recording.
Y minus y1 equals m. X minus x1. This is the point slope form.
That wasn't even good.
Are you gonna give this to us?
You will get that on the, it'll say in the instructions, please write it in this form. So there's no trick in that sense.
Wait, can I try this one? Like,
No. So then, let's say m equals 3. Why do you, sit down.
He's like, can you try? You're like, no.
Negative 2, comma 4. I need to work. So let's say this is an example problem.
So it would be
X is -2 and Y is 4.
So it would be
And
y
you just fill it
minus
in.
y is negative
minus 4.
No, this is the y. So y minus 4
equals 3 times x minus x plus 2. So it's 2
Good.
minus.
Very important here. In your final answer, it's a minus 2. So it's technically negative or minus negative 2. So it's going to be plus 2 in your answer, okay?
And then you distribute.
Wait, why is
No,
it
no, no.
plus 2?
You're already here, so you're good.
Why is it plus 2?
Say yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, you
Why is
don't
it
have
plus
to
two?
distribute?
Because double negative is a positive.
So I
If
don't
you
have to.
distribute and rewrite it, you'll go back to the original, which I don't really care.
I don't have to. So I don't have to write. Like,
Oh,
X
you
minus
just stop until you get.
in parentheses negative two.
You just stop until you get back. To
Like
the
no,
formula?
you have to plus 2 because it's a double negative order. That's why. Yes, you just stop here because I said it'll say in instructions go to here. You stop there, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
And what happens if you like continue?
What do you mean?
Like,
Like you-
start, like,
If
Well,
you
you
foil it,
distribute.
you'll eventually get to like y equals mx plus b. Like we already did a
But
whole
you don't
section on
want
that.
that, right?
Yeah, we already did a whole section on that, so I don't need you to do
You just want it to look like the.
that. What it looks like on top,
Yeah.
which will be this.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Another example would be with 2 points. So what was that? 4? Let's say 5? No, it's 6.
6. This is 6.
Okay, if this was 5. So 6 will be 3 comma 7, 0 comma 2.
So then it would be
This one's x1,
y minus 3.
What was the next one?
Not yet. We don't know the m. We need the m. So we're
So that's
listening for m.
y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
Good. So we're going to do that formula to
Equals
find the
x.
slope, which was before. So 2 minus 7 over 0 minus 3. Remember, be consistent. If you call this one x or y2, you got to call this one x2. Don't
Wait,
get it.
why do you like put it in this form?
Because you're looking for m. It's
So
the formula
negative
for
5
y2 minus y1
over
x2.
negative 3. Simplify as best as possible. This is a double negative. 5 over 3. That's okay if that's your m. 5 over 3. That's okay if that's your m. Which means now I have the m and I have a coordinate point. You could choose either coordinate point. Doesn't matter. I'll choose the top one. So it's going to be y minus 7 equals 5/3 x minus 3.
5/3 x minus 3.
And that's it?
That'll be it for that one. Because I don't need you to put it back into y because I'm going to b. I'm happy with this because
This one you're just finding m, and then it's going to tell you to put it into that.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
This section is actually easier than the previous section. Because that's like the hardest version of the question. So we're going to move on from there, okay?
What is this called?
That's the title. Y equals, or this, the name of that is
Well,
slope
so
intercept form.
what would it tell you is like find the
I'm sorry,
slope.
the name of that is point slope form.
No, it would be a slope intercept form. Like
I would say-
It'll say slope intercept form and it will write this out. So like there's
Which
no,
Find m and just fill all that back.
yeah. Just get it to look like this.
Are all the
How do you
problems
do that?
gonna be find m though, or are we gonna have?
And then you just pick a point.
Now the next part is graphing, so let's look at graphing. Okay? All right, next section we're going to graph lines. So this is graphing.
And how many questions are there?
Graphing
10?
lines. I think it actually might be 10. No, 12.
Oh, 12?
Graphing lines. So the first one, we're going to graph, let's say, y equals 2 over 3x plus
4.
1. No, let's do 1. You don't want to go too far.
Wait, not yet.
So on the test, I'll give you x and y points. You don't have
Are
to
you
like.
giving us graphs?
Yeah. You don't need to like graph it yourself. Okay. So on over here,
Whoa, that's
we need to
so
point out 2 things.
I'm gonna watch the recording. I'm just I'll look at the first
You're
part.
doing
The first
M
part,
and
yeah.
B.
M equals 2/3.
3, and then B is
B equals 1.
And
How
B
does
is,
M equal
B is your
2/3?
starting point.
It's just the number in front of here. And if you don't remember that, you could go back a page on your test and see, oh yeah, it's y equals mx plus b.
And then B is your starting
Sounds
point.
like a horror story.
So b is going to be your starting point in this case. So b
So
is
wait,
1.
So what we're graphing is
I heard
1
that.
and 2/3.
Well, we're gonna graph this part first. We're going to graph this part first. It's 1 on the y-axis, so make sure it's the vertical one, not the horizontal one. People make that mistake all the time. So it's going to be this point right here, the
Wait,
green
what
dot.
so you run
no way.
you
Then
go
you
go up
up
1, that's
and
it.
then you run 2/3.
Now, you're going to do the slope. The slope is 2 over 3, which means I'm going to rise 2 and run 3.
Wait,
So-
why do you start on the Y one? Because you always start on
That's
Y?
your starting point.
But you always start on Y though, right?
Yes, you always start on y. For this equation, you start on y.
Side of the body.
Okay, wait.
Why?
I'll show you the other equations.
Did you go up one?
So I did went up 1 because of the b value
So
is
B
1.
is always going to be your
Your
start.
starting point, which is on y.
So it's back.
So then it tells me 2/3. That's up and right, and we also do the opposite. What's the opposite of up and right?
Down and left.
down and left.
A lot, sorry.
So we're gonna go up 2, right 3. I'm gonna put a dot here. And I even do the backwards, so down 2, left 3.
Wait, which is the rise and the run?
Always rise on top. You rising
You
to
go
the top.
up 2.
You rise to the top.
So why do you have like up 4 or up 6?
Propel's not 100.
Why is there so many going up?
I'm listening. What's up?
Wait, why do you have like 4 going up?
No, it's because it's when you do the rise over run.
Wait, what? Can you redo the 2/3?
So I'm from the green dot.
Mm-hmm.
I go up 2, so with my finger I go up 2,
Yeah.
and then right 3 tick marks.
Oh,
So up
okay.
2, right 3, and then from the green dot again, I go down 2, left 3.
Do we have to go down or can we just go like up?
I think on the test I say actually, I guess I can look at the test.
Yes, you can. And you go to 7.
I say at least 2 points. So
What?
in case if there's a situation where you graph it and it doesn't fit going forward, you need to just make sure you also know how to do backwards, just in case. Like it was too high or something like that. Okay?
Oh, so then you go down 2 and then 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the forward and backwards, okay? Let's do another one of this.
Can we do the next one by ourselves?
No.
Can we just?
I guess so now it's quiet, sure.
No.
Y equals
I'm not ready.
negative 3x
Oh, now I get why.
plus 2.
So 2 would be your B.
We want to hear
Huh?
this.
So I'm going to try this one.
That's the weirdest one.
The best part is to start off with figure out what your M is,
Wait,
what your
so,
B is.
So M would be 3 and B would be 2, right?
Almost. M would be what,
3
actually?
over 1.
Almost. What is it? Good
It's
at.
the screen protector, but yeah. Well,
Almost.
Wait,
What's
is
it
2
gonna
the
be?
B?
1 over 1.
It's going to be 3 over 1, but we're missing a part about it. That's really important.
Negative.
Negative 3 over 1. So your M is going to be negative 3.
It always has to be, if it's not over a number, then
You got to put it over 1. Yeah. If it's a whole number, you got to. It has to be
Wait,
a
why does
fraction.
it always have to be like a fraction though?
Because it's rise over run, so you need to include the run part. And if it's not a fraction, normally you have to put it so it becomes a fraction.
How much is a flight to Las Vegas?
You can literally Google that. I don't know why you have it.
What did you say?
I don't know how to Google it.
It's a new semester new.
New
Right.
semester, new
Right.
Last week you were so nice.
What did you say?
So you go down 3 to the right 1.
I know it's failing. That's my new.
You go down 3 to the right 1, right?
No. Before you do that, how do you start off?
You have to get your starting
So-
point. Up 2
Nice, not me.
on the
No,
y-axis.
my New Year's resolution is to be mean. I'm always nice, so I gotta change it up.
On the
No,
y-axis,
always me.
yeah.
You're
And then you're
never
gonna down 3 to the right 1.
Good.
Are
Down
your,
3.
is your
right.
starting point ever gonna be on X?
You always
No. When you do this way, no.
No. So down 3, 1.
Yeah, and then you could do the opposite too, which is
Up 3 to the right 1. To the
left
left,
one. Perfect. And you should know you did it correctly if it makes a nice straight line. If it doesn't make, like if you have like a curve to it, like it looks like a U shape or anything like that, for this section, you made a
Wait,
mistake.
but it's a negative 3. Where does? What if you did?
So I told you you're going down.
What if
Wait,
you got
so
like it would be down 3
Right
to the
one.
right 1? What if you got like the math, like the M and the B right, but you just got a U?
That means you're graphing it wrong, which is a part of the test. So make sure you graph it correctly. Okay. So I gave you 2y equals mx plus b, and you guess what the next equation is going to be?
The one with the
Y
quadratics. Is it the quadratics?
Before that one, we're going to do this type: y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. This
Yep.
one's not too bad though.
We just did that one.
No, we
Is that a
didn't.
new problem?
But
We
we
did.
didn't do it with graphing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Where?
so let's do y minus 2.
Is that a new
Where are you
problem?
trying
Yes. 2/3 x
Where'd you get 2/3?
plus 1. So I'm just giving you this is part of your question.
Ask my brother.
Okay, wait, so wait, for that one though, did you go up 3?
Voice, I'm recording.
Personal space.
Are you talking about in general?
What is this?
Aww.
Words!
So,
Are you talking about in
Wait,
general?
for the graph, did you go up the negative 3?
because it's negative 3, I put the green dot at 2 because I went up 2.
And
Then
this
it's
is-
negative 3, 1, so that tells me down and right.
And this one, are you going to distribute or?
No. Well, you could do it like that. Let me show you how to do it like. Let me show you how to do it like this, and if you want to distribute it, I'll talk to
I'll
me.
go back to Mrs.
No,
I'm gonna make it.
no. So now, it's going to be m equals 2/3. Now in this case, it's a little different. You don't have a b value, but
Yeah,
you
we
do.
one.
No, you don't. You don't have a b value. But what you do have is these two things, which are supposed to be an x and a y. Here's the trick about this x and the y. In the equation, it's a minus sign. Okay?
So why'd you change it to a plus?
Well, this is the thing. If I plugged in something and it became a positive
chair is
1,
colorful.
what must be that number that I plugged in?
Wait, negative one?
Good, you got it. If I plugged in a number that caused it to be positive
Then it's a
1,
negative.
so it has to be a negative 1.
Oh, where did that 1 come from again?
This is part of the question.
Oh, you just, okay.
So then your first part, the x value, is a positive 1. The y value out there, it's negative 2. So what did I plug it in to keep it negative 2? A positive 2. I'm sorry, this is negative 1. And this is going to be a positive 2.
How is it negative 1? Why?
Because in the equation it's minus. Correct.
Okay.
So now it's plus. So how do I make a minus and a plus? I
Yes.
add up.
So if it's 2 minus, it's like a plus.
Isn't
Yes.
negative 2 gonna be y1?
Negative 2, comma, negative 2.
But it's going to be actually positive. So for these two numbers over here, make sure you flip the sign. You gotta flip the sign, okay?
And also add the numbers on?
You're not adding
In
them.
the points.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
points.
And then put the points on.
Why are you asking so many questions?
But then, wouldn't it be a negative 2?
What's up?
For
Second.
a negative 2?
No, because remember you gotta flip the sign, so it's positive 2 when you put it in one.
Yo.
Okay,
So
so
what's
what's
your
positive?
B though?
So you don't have a b in this one. This is different formulas. So your starting point is not at a b value. It's negative 1, comma 2. So you're gonna start your point at negative 1, comma 2.
And how'd you
So
get
my
negative-
starting point is here.
Wait, how'd you get negative 1, comma 2? Like, where
You said it. This is a minus 1. This had to be a negative 1, so that became x.
Okay.
And you said it. This had to be a positive 2. It's the same minus, so it had to be a positive 2. So I got it from the equation I was given in the black. So then 2/3, positive 2 over 3. So that means it's a rise over run.
So you rise 2, you run 3.
Good. So I'm going to rise 2 and run 3. Rise 2, run 3. Let me do the opposite just to make sure. So I'm going to go down 2 and
How
left
do you know
3.
2 is the rise? Oh wait, what?
Wait, why'd you go to the,
What's
for
the B?
negative 1, comma 2, why'd you go to the left and up?
It's x comma y. So
Which is
x
B?
is negative 1, so that's left, and then 2 up.
Yo, which one's the B?
There's no b. And this one
Okay.
is a coordinate. I'm sorry. This one is just a coordinate point.
What are you doing?
Wait, because the reason why you go this one, negative 1, comma 2, up, and then left is because
Negative 1 comma 2. If you graphed it, x is negative 1, so that's left 1.
Okay,
And then
but
y
you
is
go-
positive 2, so it's up 2.
Do you go up 2? Stop. Wait. Do you go up 2? Stop. Do you go up 2?
You go up 2 and right 3.
run 3.
Right, why 3?
Because it's 3 on the bottom of the fraction.
But then
I
what's the negative 1?
Two separate things. The green dot is represented by that one.
Negative 1, comma 2 is your starting point. So you have to go to negative 1, 2. That's your starting point, and then you rise 2.
So that is the B. Negative 1 is the B.
Technically it is. Can you
Sure.
post like practice problems?
I could find some, yeah. No, just do your homeworks, actually. That would solve it.
Wait, but can you
Just do the
like,
evens
post
then.
like a fresh sheet of like work you can do?
No, just do the events on your homeworks.
Just what?
Do the evens.
of the
No,
whole-
because you
Alright.
can't, you don't know the purpose here.
All right, last one, important one, quadratics.
The U. 3, 4, and 1 quadratic.
Yeah, the last one is the quadratics. Graphic quadratics is the only thing we're doing today. So, or in this test, and then okay. So, for this one, we're gonna get a quadratic: x squared plus 6x.
We
Plus
didn't give us a
5.
worksheet for that?
We did learn this. We learned this Friday.
Are you giving us a worksheet for
Sure. You want?
Yeah, review.
that? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
of
sure.
everything?
Yeah, sure.
The test just to
So then,
Not really?
it's going to be, I'm going to ask you for two things. I'm going to ask you for the vertex, and I'm going to ask you the graph, okay? All right? You're going to have to graph at least 3 points for this, okay? Now, this is the quadratic section. Your answer should be U-shaped. So if you get a straight line, you know you're doing something wrong. All right, to find the vertex, this equation, I'm not giving you this equation on how to find the vertex. You need to remember
No,
this.
you can't cross out the contract.
First off, this is in ax squared plus bx
Plus C.
plus c.
Which
This
is
in
the one
this
with
form.
negative B over
So the way to find the x of the vertex is
the negative B over A.
almost 2a.
2A.
Good. So this over here, this red part, is what you need to do to find the x of the vertex. X of the
What did you say?
vertex.
X of the vertex.
Yes, x of the vertex.
Wait, so the first, wait, to label them, that AX squared plus BX plus C is for.
So then for this question, particularly,
What's how you spell your name, though?
a is, there's no number in front of x squared, so we put that as a 1.
It's fine, I'm not
B
fighting.
is 6, and C is 5.
But that is just a fill-in.
Wait, how do you know? Oh, okay, never mind.
It's just the numbers in front of the numbers that associate. And I'm not going to rearrange them, they'll always do this way. So then,
That part.
so all the red is things you need to know in your head. Purple is the work I'm actually doing. You will show on your work, basically. So I'm going to do negative 6 over 2 times 1. So negative 6 over 2, negative 3. That is the x value of my vertex. So I found the x value of my vertex, which is
Vertex X.
the x of the vertex, which is negative 3. I found the first part of it.
What?
But every corner point doesn't only have an x, it has a
Why?
y. So how do we find the y? Well, I forgot to write this, I guess, this part. Y equals this. So since y equals that, I can take this negative 3 and plug it into the equation.
But how do you get negative 3?
In this red part, this is the equation, and I just plug it
It's gonna
in. So negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 3
I'm just like,
plus 5.
anything smaller than phone.
Negative 3 squared is 9. If you put this in your calculator, make sure to put it in parentheses, or it's going to do it wrong. Minus 18 plus 5.
100%.
Where'd you get 9 from?
100 push-ups.
Negative 3 to the second.
So it's going to be negative 4.
Actually, I can do 1.
So your vertex would be negative 3, negative 4.
Perfect. Your vertex would be negative 3, negative 4.
And then you just graph that.
First you start with x squared, and then you put
So this would be step 1.
What is he?
I guess, let me rephrase that.
cry back.
This would be step 1. Just identify your guys, okay? Identify yourself.
Okay.
This would be step 2. Use negative b over 2a to find the x. And this would be your step 3. Use that
In the
to find
formula,
y.
it was originally x squared plus 6x plus 5, but then you added a y.
It should equal y. It says equal y. Usually it doesn't affect the math, but I should have put that. That's on the test. It's there. It's just always there.
So
It
your
doesn't
step 3 is the whole.
Plug it back in
back into the original.
to get the y part.
Is that it? Just quadratic.
No, we're not done with it.
Now you have to
Step
graph
4,
it.
we're going to find the table and graph it. So I'll put this in one thing. So when you make a table for this,
Can I just put it into the calculator?
you can also put it in the calculator.
Put what into the calculator though?
The original thing. But in the equation, you're going to plug in your middle. When you make a table, you're going to plug in the middle, your vertex in the middle.
Wait, what did she mean by plug into the calculator? You just go to y equals.
Yeah. I can show you now.
So what are you plugging? X
Yeah, well, I can show you later. But in the table, you're going to plug in the middle part, negative 3, negative 4. That's the vertex. The vertex is the middle of the problem. So then, I want one smaller and one bigger of the x values.
Negative 2 and negative 4.
Perfect. Negative 2, negative 4. Then I would take the negative 2 and plug it in here. And do you remember, since they're symmetrical, what the answer for negative 2 is also going to give me the answer for
Negative 4.
negative 4. So in this case, I would plug in negative 2. I'll do the math quickly. It's negative 3. This is also negative 3. So I would graph that now.
Bless you.
Wait, Kira, what do you mean by plug into? You just put it into y equal and you go to the x y equal.
Did you say to the recording how to do it in the calculator?
No, they were taught in
You
class.
put in.
That's it.
You put in
On the recording though. It's like with
and then
calculators.
negative 3. Negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 3
Let's see how
plus
much
5.
I have
That
left.
you put that in y
So
equals
then
and
I
you
put those 3
plus
points,
enter
No, just say what you have to do.
and then you make the graph.
And then
Just say it.
that
I'll show you
gives
with the calculator, actually. I have a
that gives you
calculator.
the whole list of x and y's.
Okay.
So then what do you do
Now,
after
make it
that?
the table, you plug it in.
It's the same thing. He's just writing it down. It's the same thing.
I want to show you how to do it in the calculator real quick. So you have that on the recording. So in this situation, what you're going to do is go to y equals, if you have an equation there, just clear it. Plug in the equation that I gave you. So this is x squared plus 6x plus 5. Now, if I graph it, I'm going to get the U shape, which is good and useful. But since I'm asking for points, like the actual points, I'm going to make a table. And I'm going to look at where my vertex is. The vertex was -3, 4. Guess I'll make this bigger.
Oh, no more airport though.
And because it's -3, 4,
Yeah, it was fun.
I can fill in the points from there
Wait, so
also.
can I see the thing that you graphed?
Sure.
Wait, your vertex is
It should look like
middle?
the U shape that it looks like here and looks like here.
Wait, so the vertex.
So I just put the points in.
The vertex is always going to be the middle.
Yes, yes.
Wait, the vertex is over. It's always